you have the ability to identify great products at the right time. That's very profound. How is there a method, or is there tricks, or is there any? What do you look for when interviewing for a company in terms of how do you know if it's a great product and it's the right time?
Sure. With Gardein, it was, well, even with Kim and Scotch or with Gardein and then Samazon, it's like you have to be in tune with what's going on in the world, in the food world in
Right.
particular, the world in general, and then the food world. And for me, looking at a product like Gardein and seeing like just the quality and the like, food has to taste good. And so I tried it
Sure.
and I'm like, this is amazing. I see the food system changing at that point. People were starting to talk about veganism, plant based didn't even exist back then. Nobody called it that. And it was weird because it was like either
Right.
you were a vegan, a vegetarian, or you had some kind of stupid label on you that like labeled you as like an
I
outsider,
remember that.
as opposed to just a person that
Yeah.
liked to eat plants, right? But I just looked at the space and I looked at what was going on, and I'm like, yep, this makes sense. So for Gardein, it
Sure.
was, we know that there's a problem in the world with too much meat consumption, whether it be health wise, whether it be planet impacts,
Yep.
or whether people just really are against the eating and treatment of animals, ethical treatment of animals and whatnot. So that was like it was, and then finding a great product alongside that, because for me, it's the product's always still got to be great. In fact, I
Sure.
really struggle to understand in this industry how some people sell products that they sell. Now I understand they've got a
Right.
family, so they have to like, you gotta work, right? So I get that. I respect the hell out of
Of
that. I'm not
course.
criticizing anybody about that. You want to go sell French fries for a living? Go sell millions of pounds. Go for it, right? It's not me. I couldn't do it.
Exactly.
I really couldn't do it. I couldn't get out of bed. So I found an exciting product, good company. That's the thing too. Is so now you've got a product that you love.
Hmm.
You've got in an industry that needs it, and you know you can be successful. I also like a challenge.
Totally.
Like, hey, let's go sell the first plant-based chicken out there to a world that knows no idea what it is. Sweet, that sounds like fun. Sign me up. And then the last part is really, and this is what I've really moved forward with my career is the team and the people that you work with. Because if you don't have a good team around you, or people that support you or whatnot, it can be very difficult to do that. So if you put those components
Yeah.
together, and it can be hard to recognize, but today where I'm sitting now with my mochi, or even where I was with Samazon, it's like when I'm interviewing people to work with me on my team, and notice I never
Hmm.
say for me because I think that's crap. I don't work for anybody,
Of
right? I
course.
work for myself, I love working with a team, but it's like, it's okay, cool. I looked at your resume. You've got the requisite skill set. You've
Hmm.
got the energy, but let's have a conversation about whether or not you're going to fit into the team. Because the old adage is that one bad apple spoils the bunch, right? And so I've really
Of course.
worked hard at making sure that the team is cohesive, regardless of the skill set. Because let's face it, in food service, the people are out there. Now it might be challenging to
Of
find the right
course.
people, but you've got to find the right people that can work together as a team. So product, environment, challenge, and ultimately working in a good team are probably the top four things that I look for.